Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. In case you hadn't noticed, we are in a different location. We are in an Airbnb. We just sold our house a couple of days ago. Well, our house just closed a couple of days ago, and so we are in a period of transition. And that is part of the reason why I've been gone for a couple weeks from Wellness Wednesday. And that's definitely all of why I have not been on doing videos for all of last week. It was just too much for me to be able to keep up on. I was working full time and, trying to do all the things with the moving and then trying to keep up on making videos. It was too much. So I just granted myself that bit of forgiveness and I didn't do videos. And then also, I've just not been doing very well with my wellness. I've not been keeping up with it, and it's just been a very big challenge. So I'm ready to get back at it. Ever since I took my antibiotics to treat my SIBO, things have been very different in my body, in my mind, in my emotions, in my cravings, in habits. Pretty much everything changed after I took those antibiotics. Things are different, very noticeably different. I've noticed, my husband's noticed, and it's just one of those things that it's really just time to get myself back on track. I've been supposed to be following a SIBO kind of specific low FODMAPs type of diet, and I've kind of been sort of doing that, like a very loose version of it, trying to avoid onions and garlic and things like that. Very low vegetable, it's been very loose, but I've not been doing great at it, but I have been trying somewhat. I'm not as much as I could try. My doctor just put me back on a couple of different types of probiotics, and I've been taking those for a little bit and some other supplements, vitamin D, C, those sorts of things. So that's kind of where we are now, and it's just not been enough for me. And it's really difficult to explain, but like I was saying, just my mind and my body, my guts, everything is just completely different. I've been having a very hard time saying no to cravings. I've been having a very hard time staying on track, staying on plan, doing things that I know I need to be doing, things that I want to do, but then 5 seconds later, it's I find myself doing something completely different than I planned on doing. It's very strange. It's very different for me. Making some changes and just really, this is not gonna be a super involved, super in-depth, very active Wellness Wednesday. I'm just kind of showing you kind of where I'm at right now and where I'm moving towards. So I thought it would be really neat. If you guys missed it, I did do a haul on these yesterday. So I will try and remember to link that down below, but just check out yesterday's video and you'll see the haul where I got all of these, as well as a bunch of other kind of keto snacky type things, just so that I could have some things on hand just to kind of prevent myself from kind of going off the rails, which I've been doing. These Wellness Wednesdays are pretty honest. So, let's be real, I have been struggling with that. So just having some nice, healthy-ish sort of things that I can have kind of portion controlled. Things are a little bit lower on the calorie side, little pre-portioned packs of those seaweeds. Those are great snacks to have. They're fantastic. But I'm mostly focusing on probiotic type foods, and that's what I'm gonna kind of show you here today. I'm not going to go into a great depth into what these are, but these are some great things that I just wanted to kind of show you some options and some things that are available, and just kind of the way that I'm going after it is mostly kind of what I'm showing you guys. I'm going to be attacking this. I'm really going to be eating a lot of probiotic foods. Fermented Homestead, that's kind of what we're about here. And taking these antibiotics has really shown me how important having a good population in your gut is. Everything I've been dealing with SIBO and everything, the SIBO, the antibiotics, all the treatments, the diets, all of those sorts of things have really shown me the importance of having a good, healthy gut microbiome. And so I'm really going to do what I can to really populate that. And I think the reason that I ended up getting the SIBO, well, I pretty much know the reason that I ended up getting SIBO was because of low motility. Things just aren't flowing through. And that has been one thing that has come out of this treatment, is that is going much better than it has ever in my life. And she has me on something called a Prokinetic, which is the one that I'm taking is a low dose anti-inflammatory. I can't remember the name of it, but it basically, it's not like magnesium where it like flushes, like it gets like a lot of water into your intestines and moves things through that way. It's actually something that induces peristalsis and gets your body to get more used to activating peristalsis. That's kind of the idea behind it. And it's been going great, and things are better than they've been in my life. So I'm pretty confident that I can have high doses of these probiotic foods and be okay with it. So far so good, and things are, it's been a great day. I've been in a great mood. I've been feeling great. I have not had any odd cravings. I've not gone off the rails, none of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna take the wins any way that I can get it. So, you know, that's what we're gonna do. So I just wanted to show you kind of some of the things that I've done. Well, today, what I've done, I had one of these. It's a GT's Sacred Life. It's like a blue one. It's this guy right here. I had one of those. And then I had this. It's a water kefir. You can totally make these from scratch, no problem. You can make both of these. I plan on starting to make kombucha. I'm gonna order a SCOBY from Etsy here in the next couple of days. These are $3.99 each. So I don't want to be buying these for any longer than I have to. And then this is water kefir. I love water kefir too. And then I had one of these. It's a 5.3 ounce little tub of yogurt. And then I had this. It's kefir. It's organic kefir, but this particular one is not grass-fed. I didn't realize that until just a little bit ago, but this one is the same brand. This one is grass-fed, so I'm gonna be buying this flavor from now on. I got a variety of different things just so that I could try them. I got this stuff here. I've had this brand, but I don't think I've had this flavor, and it's pretty good. I honestly don't know what kind of probiotic it is. And then it's Lactobacillus plantarum, whatever. They must have just added the lactobacillus to it and used it to ferment the juice that's in here. So that's kind of what that is. And then I got some plain kefir. This is Maple Hills. Yeah, Maple Hill. This stuff is pretty good. It's grass-fed, and this one's plain. And then this one is local as well. This is Grace Harbor. This is a vanilla kefir. I got that one. And I did get a couple of these that are plain. And then I got several different types of kombucha. I got this Synergy GT's Sacred Life kind. This blue one is really good. I like it. And then I got this big bottle of Trilogy. I like those. And then some watermelon. I got, this one is a watermelon. It's a health aid kombucha and passion fruit. I like both of these brands. Both of these brands are raw, so I really like those. That's really important. This is another type of water kefir. This stuff is really good. You want to make sure, this is a GT's brand also. GT's I really like because they don't pasteurize. I mean, I don't know why you would make kombucha and then pasteurize it, but a lot of companies do. So you have to make sure that you're reading the label to make sure that these are actually raw. Otherwise they're pasteurized and then they add in other probiotics to it. I have no idea why they do it, but they totally do it. So you have to make sure that you're watching out for it. That's what I did, that Kavita brand over there. That's what that is. It's lightly pasteurized and then they add in probiotics. I don't understand why. This stuff here, Brew Doctor, this stuff is fantastic as well. I have bought this many times. It's a great to get this. They have other types too. They have GTs. They had a ginger kind of stuff. I just didn't end up getting it. But these are a great deal to get at Costco because this one is only $2 a bottle. It's half the price of any store near me where I can get it. I need my inhaler. I think I covered everything with that. Anyways, Costco is a great place to get these kombuchas, not this, but this. Well, it's a great place to get this if that's what you want, but I'm gonna be getting this one from moving now on. They had a couple different kinds of them. I think they might have been a little bit cheaper. You could buy the GT's brand, the ginger kombucha. Kombucha has really specific types of probiotics in it. I can't remember the name of it, but they're like kombucha A's or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but very specific probiotics that are solely in kombucha that are very beneficial for your gut. So kombucha is a really good one to have on hand, and it's great to make yourself. It takes very little time, but, well, it takes very little hands-on time, I should say, but you save so much money. You can make probably 3 or 4 gallons of kombucha for the same price as you could get one of these $3.99 bottles. So it is well worth it, the savings. That's why I'm gonna do it. Even though I'm in this temporary place, even if I end up having to make another one when we get where we're going, it would still be worth it to me to get it and start making it. So, okay, so a couple other things that we got, well, that I got, are these. They have these at Costco, not this exact one, but this brand they have at Costco. And I like these, oh, this is not probiotic. I just assumed it was. This is a pickled pickle. But anyways, this is not probiotic. My bad. It's distilled in white vinegar, or distilled white vinegar. So anyways, I'm sure this is still gonna be delicious. My bad. I feel such a goofball. I should have read the label. I just assumed, because somebody had told me about this and I thought that it was, a fermented pickle. But these pickles are fermented. These are Bubby's brand. So you have to, I think I just assumed because it was in with all the rest of the probiotic stuff as well. I just assumed it was probiotic. It was in the refrigerator section with the Bubbies. So this one, I did taste this and it is really good. It is not hot, at least not by my standards, but it is delicious. It has a very unique, delicious flavor to it and I love it. And then I also got this spicy sauerkraut. I have not tried this one yet, but I'm really excited to try this one. I'm not gonna wrap up this video today because today is only Saturday and this is a Wellness Wednesday. So I'm gonna kind of update you probably the day before I'm ready to post this video and kind of let you know how things are going, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing with all these things. So yeah, we're pretty much gonna be doing that. And then I also got this book. This was a gift from a good friend of mine. Thank you, Sharon. This book here, Super Gut. I have not read it. I have not heard of it, but she read this one and she thought that it would be perfect for me and the things that I'm going through with my gut. She recently lost a ton of weight and she's looking fantastic and she's just a super, super duper inspiration for me. It's the same author as Wheat Belly, which I do have Wheat Belly and I have read it. So I'm really excited to kind of delve into this one. I think I'm gonna start reading it tonight and just kind of see what it's about. She really thought that it would be great for me. William Davis is the author here, right? Yeah, William Davis. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna start delving into this one and reading this one a little bit. I have been reading the SIBO book. I can't remember the name of it. Simply SIBO. Anyways, I have read the first couple chapters of the SIBO book, but that's pretty much as far as I've gotten because I've just been so crazy busy. So we're attacking this from my gut microbiome angle and as well as treating the SIBO, obviously, because I have SIBO. So we're gonna try and find a little bit of inspiration in this one. She thought there was like a yogurt recipe in here she thought I would really enjoy. There's a couple other things in here that really made her think about me and my situation that I'm in. So we're gonna check that one out, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put all the stuff in the fridge, and because it needs to go in the fridge. I'll just bring you back Tuesday and I'll give you a bit of an update, and then we'll kind of go from there. So see you then. Okay, bye. As promised, it is Tuesday evening and I'm bringing you guys back, and it's going to be the night before you guys are going to see this one. And I wanted to kind of just give you guys an update, tell you how I'm doing, things like that. And so the last time you saw me was Saturday, and I have been doing unimaginably better than I was on Saturday. Just going to tell you flat out. Okay, so a couple things that helped me is, well, the main thing I think was all the probiotic foods that I've been consuming. I have been eating one moderate-sized meal a day, and the rest of everything else has been fermented foods. It has been kefir, both milk and water kefir, kombucha, yogurt, cottage cheese, pickles, sauerkraut. Am I missing anything? I think that is pretty much it. But like one steak, this is a 12-ounce steak, and this is about the size of the ones I've been having every day. And the rest, like I said, has just been fermented foods. And I think for some people, if you If you're not used to having fermented foods, it might be an overload for you. But so far, it has not been an overload for me. I've not had much gastrointestinal distress or anything like that. The main thing for me that has improved, that has made me be like, okay, this is the right direction, is just my mood. My mood has been flawless since Saturday, since I really started to not overload, but really load up on probiotic foods. It's been what, like 3 days? So I mean, it's pretty new, it's pretty fresh, but I've just been feeling fantastic, and I wanted to make sure to tell you guys that. So one thing that I'm really excited about, I've gotten so much benefit out of this book, even already, and also just listening to a lot of the podcasts and things that he's been doing. I can't remember how much I talked about this on Saturday, but this book is fantastic. I read the intro and like the first 3 chapters so far, and I'm gonna keep plowing through, but I have another book that I'm reading, and if you guys are new-ish around here, 9 o'clock today, which is Wednesday, we do a live stream over on the Fermented Homestead over on Tangie's channel, and we are discussing Beyond Labels. Look at that book too. Beyond Labels. This one is also, these books really kind of go hand in hand, at least in principle. This is a general scope, a general view. This is more helping people to be more understanding where their food comes from, being an advocate for their own food supply, nourishing traditions, that sort of thing, kind of along that scope. So this one is fantastic, especially if you're kind of newer to the idea of being responsible for your own health. That is a great book. And so make sure that you guys head over there, 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific time today, and if you miss it, you can always check the replay, because we do have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of insight, and we have a lot of comments and stuff like that we get to kind of feed off of, and so it's just a fun time. So make sure you check that out, whether it's live or check out the replay. So over on Tangie's channel, Fermented Homestead, check that out. This book is going to be linked down below if you're interested in following along. I definitely would encourage it. And I'm also going to link this one down below, Super Gut. This one is fantastic. I'm just getting started on it, but I'm really intrigued with his methodology. It's completely different than anything that I have seen for treating SIBO. According to his podcast that I was watching, like I said, I've only gotten a few chapters deep in this one, but I have been listening to the podcast while I've been driving and stuff like that, and kind of gleaning some information that way, because I only have so much time in a day to read, especially when I'm reading this book as well, which I do have a commitment to, and I really am enjoying following along with that, so I want to make sure I'm keeping up with the reading on this. But whenever I'm not reading that, I'm gonna be reading this one. According to what he was saying, is that the traditional way of treating it, which is how I've done so far with the, rifaximin? I did rifaximin and one other one, because I have methane and hydrogen dominant. I'm dominant in both, and so I have to treat it a little bit different than some people would. So I took 2 doses of antibiotics, mainstream, over the counter, and completely wrecked my body. And so I've just been spending the rest of the time waiting for the period to end where I can start really going to town on the probiotics. So this book is saying basically that there's a specific Lactobacillus reuteri that is supposed to be more dominant in the small intestines, and it populates the small intestines, and it creates its own antibiotics basically, and it functions in the environment of the small intestines best, and it basically, I don't know if it kills or it chases away or continues to get things to move through your body. And there's all kinds of different things that he just has a very unique way of treating that I've never seen. And he says that the traditional way of treating it has about a 40% success rate, which I think is probably true. I don't have the scientific basis to back it up, but based on my experience, I think that's true. And then he says that his experience with treating it his way has over a 90% success rate. So, and he said that his way of treating it has gone and cleaned up the mess from the rifaximin route of people who had not had success with it. They've had success with his way of treating it. So I'm trying to kind of get through this and not jump ahead too far, but I'm really intrigued with his just intense This book is pretty much completely about SIBO, but it is also about how pretty much most people have SIBO as well. A lot of people have it and they just have no clue that that is where their digestive symptoms come from. Almost everybody who has IBS probably has SIBO. People with fibromyalgia, he's saying like 100% of people with fibromyalgia have a SIBO, and it's just your body's way of freaking out. To some degree, I'm not saying that correctly, but basically, if you have autoimmune issues, if you have gut issues, if you have a lot of different issues with your body, you would be remiss if you pass up the opportunity to actually investigate to see if you have SIBO. So I'm definitely going to be featuring this on future Wellness Wednesdays. We're going to be making the yogurt once we're ready to get to that. We're going to be doing a bunch of the things from this once we get to it. And it's not that I have abandoned the other books that I was reading. It's just this one has really caught my attention and I want to read this one first and kind of see where it leads. I'm very intrigued by it. So I'm going to be going down this path for a little bit, kind of see where it takes us. And I'm going to bring you guys along with me as always for our Wellness Wednesdays. And I want to make sure that I feel like, I don't know, just after kind of talking to my husband, I feel kind of the need to make sure that I'm emphasizing on this, that my journey may have started out as a weight loss journey, but that's not what it is. And I'm sure that'll come with time, but I'm here for healing. I'm here to I'm here to heal my body, heal my gut, heal all of the things within me, the physical things within me, so that can take place. So it's not a race to lose weight. It's not, like, hey, I lost, 2 pounds yesterday and then, kind of thing. Like, this is truly a Wellness Wednesday. It's a healing journey for me. And I'm just kind of bringing you guys along with that. So I know that a lot of you guys have found benefit through that. And if you guys want me to continue with this and you guys are following along and you guys are finding hope and encouragement through that without the focus so much on weight loss at this point, it will get back to that at some point. But right now, like, if you can't, I'm just kind of, I feel like I'm beating my head against a wall by trying to just go the keto route and do all of those sorts of things without actually addressing the issues that are wrong within my body. And I've caused those issues within my body, so I need to heal them first before I can move along and move forward. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm basically just doing low carb, not keto, and that's simply because I feel so much better when I do low carb. Anytime that I did have the ramen, if you guys saw that in the video yesterday, I did eat a package of that ramen and I felt like crap afterwards. I felt awful. I had one of them, I gave the other one to my husband. I was just like, no. And that's not any reflection on the ramen, I'm sure. That's just how carbs, wheat, grains, things like that, that's just how they make me feel. So I'm definitely doing the low carb route. I'm not gonna stress incredibly, but I'm definitely gonna be avoiding processed foods. I'm gonna try and make most things myself, as evidenced by that jar right there. That's some fermented mayonnaise. If you guys are interested in that, make sure you stay tuned tomorrow. There's gonna be a fermented mayonnaise recipe coming. It's delicious. You could literally eat it with a spoon. I hope that you guys stick along with me on my healing journey. And if you guys are finding benefit in it, and if you guys are enjoying this, I hope that you guys will give it a thumbs up. It really helps with all the googly algorithmic things. And it really, honestly, it just gives me encouragement. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing how me sharing my journey is helping you guys, and you guys are learning from it, and I'm learning from your comments as well. I read every single one of them, even if I don't have the opportunity to reply to them. I read every single one of them, and I love hearing from you guys. So I hope that you guys will continue to share with me. If you guys are new around here, I do a Wellness Wednesday most Wednesdays. I haven't the last couple of weeks because I've just been crazy busy and trying to figure out my life. So I didn't do them, but we are back and we are in healing mode. So if that interests you, we also do a bunch of food preservation videos, canning, freezing, dehydrating, fermenting, as well as, of course, videos on how to actually prepare those items. And we are definitely going to be delving into a lot of nourishing tradition style cooking as time moves on. So if that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button right here. That's where all the fun happens. If you don't click that, you won't know about the fun. Up here is a video Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. This here is my last Wellness Wednesday video. Check that out. And then up here is the Wellness Wednesday playlist. I have conveniently put them all into one journey of a playlist. So check that out if you're interested. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.